Righty. Let me share the screen. All right, so can everybody see my screen? The Discord?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay. I made a mistake. I made a boo-boo. I made a boo-boo. You guys know, with Heikin Ashi, I've been trading it for a short period of time, for about 3 to 4 months now. And it's relatively a trend candlestick. So basically, I've been following it by the trend. I've been switching back and so forth to see, okay, am I right? Am I right? But the thing that I caught today, surprised me, and which I should have known, which I should have just like a light bulb should have went ding, 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 ding. Once you change one strategy, everything else is supposed to change also. You can't change a strategy and keep certain things together, because everything has to coincide with that new strategy. Okay, so what happened was with ExxonMobil, I was looking at it. Today on the daily chart. I didn't really move because, like I said, I had a lot of things to do today, especially with other clients and other things that I had to take care of. So with ExxonMobil, I wanted to go into that particular play at the last minute. I was looking at it at least by we were talking about it actually all day, and by 2 o'clock, I was just examining to see where we can go ahead and enter it for tomorrow. So what I did was, I was like, you know what, let me change the aspect as far as what time frame that I'm looking at, that I want to look at. When I looked at that time frame, and that's what the only thing that I was focusing on for the last hour. I was focusing on that, or actually 2 time frames, but one was the entry time frame. I was focusing on that time frame, and it was actually coinciding the opposite. Basically, I was looking for a long, and I was looking for a short, and it continued to go long. I was looking for a put ever since 2 o'clock, and it was continuing to go long. And I'm like, wait, what happened? I'm doing everything right. But what I didn't do, of course, which, should get kicking behind, what I didn't do was set my support and resistance, because like I said, I was very busy today. And what I didn't do was set my support and resistance to see exactly what was going on. I was primarily doing everything on my phone because I was ripping and running around today. And when I got home, it was around 4 something. I didn't call the play or anything like that. And I was like, you know what, let me see what's going on. And of course, remember when I told you guys, as far as the time frame, as far as when to look at the broad range of the stock on where or how it's trending, and then the lower time frame as to far as entering is concerned. Okay, well, when it comes to that, we have to change everything. Reason being, of course, with the regular Japanese time frame, everything is basically up and down, up and down, up and down throughout the day, while the Heikin Ashi, it will either go up, sideways, or down one path. It won't just jump up and down. It won't just jump up and down like it's supposed to, like regular candlesticks are supposed to. When I found that out, I was like, oh my gosh, how stupid can I be? So what I didn't do because of that, now here's the situation. With the regular Japanese candlesticks, of course, it does have the up and down. You will see more candlesticks versus the Heikin Ashi. Okay, so I was basing on the trade. I was basing on the trade by looking at the time frame, but I was looking at the regular time frame as far as the time frame what I originally told you guys pertaining to the regular Japanese candlestick patterns. So now what I did, because of the Heikin Ashi is smoothed out, you won't see that jitter. So you would basically have to compress the time frame. Do you understand? Do you guys understand what I'm know what I'm talking about here? Okay. With the jitters, I looked at a broader time frame. Remember I was saying with you, Adora, or with everyone else, you look at the day, and then we go in as far as the call, or as far as the entry at the 4-hour time frame. Well, that's going to change. Reason
I
being,
have that we were doing the day, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and then the 5 minutes to confirm entry. That's what my notes say.
okay. But the broader range where I was looking at actually for the past couple of weeks was just the day and the 4 hour time frame, which is wrong, especially with the Heikin Ashi candlesticks. So I did testing. I did a lot of testing actually for the next 2 hours after closing. I did some testing and figured out, oh wow, instead of all the jitters, Heikin Ashi is smooth. It needs to be in a compressed time frame as far as, okay, when we're doing intraday or day trading, okay, what we have to look at primarily and only is the 4 hour time frame, and our entry is the 15-minute time frame. Okay, I was looking at the 15-minute time frame and I was shown, okay, all right, this is going on, but in my mind, it was the opposite. You understand? I was looking for puts. I was looking for this particular stock to go down, and then it was going down at a given point. I think around between 3 to 315 or 320, it was going down, and all of a sudden it shot right back up, and it closed at a positive. So when I saw that, I did some back testing. I did some more research, and with the Heikin Ashi, you really have to compress your time frames because of it being so smooth. Okay, so it eliminates the long period as far as the jitters is concerned, as far as the all the other candlesticks going up and down or sideways rapidly. It just smooth it out. Because of smoothing it out, you can see it in a smaller time frame as far as the entry is concerned. And I'm going to show you how, and I'm going to show you right here. First of all, let's go, where is my notes? Give me 1 second. So this is what I came up with. Everybody can see this?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so in regular, like I always told you guys, we have to find a trend time frame. And the trend time frame that I always tell you guys to look at is either the 4 hour, I'm sorry, either the day or the 4 hour, and go in around about 5 or the 15-minute time. Oh no, I'm sorry, between by the 5 or 30-minute time frame. Some, depending on the volatility of the stock. So we're going to change that entirely because of the Heikin Ashi candlestick. Okay, primarily just for that. Okay, so we're going to change everything, and you're going to see a difference tomorrow and ongoing. So what we're going to do now, basically, you know, like I said, with any trading style, it needs to have a trending time frame and also a signal time frame. And if whoever don't know this, a trending time frame helps identify the predominant trend that you should be looking for in a trade. Okay, like I said, I don't care, even if we use the Heikin Ashi now, I always want you guys to instill the daily time frame to see the overall trend, the overall market of that particular stock. Then I want you guys to go to the 4 hour time frame to see that change that will come within the day or two. That's when we come in. Okay, remember, we don't hold stocks no longer than a day or two. So that 4 hour time frame is our trend time frame to see where this stock is going for the Heikin Ashi. Then we're going to use the 15-minute time frame to find an entry, depending on if we're going long or short, depending on if we're doing a put or if we're doing a call. Okay, guys are with me so far? All right, so let's continue. So, and then we're going to use the signal time frame will be the 15-minute. So there's two things that I want you guys to do here. As far as the time frame that we'll be using, of course, we'll be using the 1 hour. Actually, I did a mistake. Actually, yeah, we're going to use the 1 hour, and then we're going to use the 15-minute time frame for our buy or sell signal. we might change that. Hold on 1 minute. Okay. Guys, ready to see what I'm talking about? All right. Remember when I give me a stock that you absolutely want to trade on a regular basis, Glenda.
On a regular basis,
other than SPY. Something that you haven't traded in a while, but you definitely want to trade.
I'll go for one of the weed stocks, Tilray.
Tilray. What is that? TLRY?
Yeah, TI.
Yeah, I see it right here. Oh, and actually Tilray, I haven't gone into this since July. See, this is the last time I've been into Tilray. I haven't traded Tilray in a while. Wow, yeah, I haven't done that in a while. Okay, let me take this off because this is old. Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do. Actually, we're going to do the 4-hour time frame. I'm sorry, instead of the 1 hour. So first thing, definitely, you definitely have to look at the day. Day is like, I want you guys just like to peek through. You know how when you peek through a window, you want to see if it's raining or not and so forth. This is what the day will do. Okay, you want to see exactly what is the feeling for that stock for that particular day. All right. Then what I want you to do is go into the 4-hour time frame. Forget about the 4-hour time frame. And identify. Now with this, let's do some testing here. Glenda, what do you see going on right now with this stock?
It's in a downtrend.
Absolutely. Okay, that's number one. That's the first identification that you want to see, either if it's going up, down, or sideways. So right now, Tilray, it is on a downward movement. So what I would like for you guys to do is set up, then I want you guys to set up a support and resistance type thing. It doesn't have to be the horizontal or diagonal, it can be sideways. So what I want you to do is the highest of high, previous high, is here. So we're going to draw a line to go down, and let me get this a little bit bigger. Can y'all see much better now? A little bit better?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the line that I want you to draw. Right now, Tilray, it looks like it's slightly on an uptrend. So what I want you to do is just to try to find that candlestick and stick this line right on it, right above it. Okay. Then I want you to go to the low, which is, I would base it right here. This is the lowest from all the previous ones. So I want you to draw a line from here on to right here. Okay. So right now, this is a falling wedge, a descending wedge. Now with the descending wedge comes what? What does this indicate for some time? At least 70% of the time with the descending wedge. Anybody know?
Is it gonna go up?
Exactly. Okay, with the descending wedge, of course, it's going to go up, and that's the opposite with the rising wedge. The rising wedge is the opposite of this. So if it's up and we draw the line, we are anticipating on this stock to go down. So right now, the overall on the 4-hour, the overall trend is on a downtrend. Okay, how or why or what would you want to play with this? What type of call would you like to do?
Well, looking at it from this standpoint where you're putting the chart in, it looks like puts, but when you get towards the end there, it's going up. So,
It's tricky, right?
mm-hmm.
It's a
So
little
you will wait for confirmation?
that okay. Now now this is the 4-hour time frame. Don't worry about the day or the week. This is 4 hours. So you know the 4 hours is compressed within that week time, within that week. So by just looking at this, we're going to anticipate this going down further. Just for the next day or two, not for the week. Maybe by Friday or Monday, it will rise up, it will go up, but we're going to anticipate it because that's the trend that we're seeing right now, is the downtrend. So remember, the 4 hour, the bigger time frame will be the trend direction. Okay. So if and you can see for a fact that, and what I can use also, okay, is the trend direction. And remember when I told you guys to use the EMAs? EMAs is very helpful, okay? As you can see right here, it is under, number one, the main thing, it is under the 200. So anything that's under the 200 EMA will continue to go down. Anything that's under the 200 EMA will continue to go down, no matter what. It will have its spike up. It will have its days where it will spike up. It will have its moment, you know, a week or so, it will spike up. But to be on a confirm uptrend, it definitely has to be above the 200. Definitely. So
okay, I'm sorry. So okay, so is that, so if it's under the 200 EMA, but at some point it will make its way back above the 200, right? At some point.
At some point, yes, it will.
But you're talking about for like either the next couple of weeks or few days.
No, I'm talking about for the next at least 24 to 48 hours, because that's how long we hold our play.
Okay.
As of now, that's how long we hold our plays. Because again, I don't want to hold a play for 4 or 5 days, and all of a sudden another news come out where there's more oil spill. Another news come out where, God forbid, there's a plane crash or there's a boat crash. What's going to happen to the stocks around the world? Everything will go down. So I don't want to hold a stock for no. If we get something tomorrow, no later than Thursday morning, we exit out of it, just like we did with NEO. Okay, and you saw what happened with NEO around after Jessica closed. It went down. NEO went down a little bit. I don't want to hold our plays unless we're going to do certain plays where, yeah, it is long term, where we can still make some money. But no, I want you guys, first of all, to see how we can make, who's this? Evelyn. Okay, I want you guys to, first of all, identify yourself with stocks to see how you can make money. First of all, then we can go with the long-term things and so forth. But right now, we want to make money. And how we can make money, we have to first have knowledge on how to identify certain things. Once we learn how to identify certain things, you can do whatever you want after that. Once you have a perfect knowledge, like, hey, okay, well, I can go a month with this, or I can do a leap with this because of the direction. You see what I mean? So even with this here, once it goes above, let's say for you, Adora, once this goes above the 200 EMA, that right there will be considered a leap. Because now you can go on a leap, because now you're saying that trend is going up and it's going to continue to go up no matter what. Just like, let me show you. Perfect example. Hey, Danny, what's up? Okay, so let's say for SPY. Okay, we got that 200 up. As you can see, SPY is way above the 200. So we can do leaps. Now, if you, let's say if you had got SPY back in October, okay, and you set a leap, and October it was what, $328, you would have made 60-70% off of that leap because it's over the 200. The 200 is long term. Always remember that. The 200 EMA is definitely long term. So once, let's say, Tilray hits that 200 or over that 200, we can go ahead, depending, now we're probably going to have to wait a week or two, or even after earnings. We definitely don't want to trade during earnings. Okay, so even after earnings, you see this bad boy jump up, I would wait at least another 2 to 3 weeks to see if it will remain over the 200 and consider a leap then. Okay, so that's very important right there. The 200, anything above the 200 is considered an uptrend and considered a long-term uptrend also. Okay, so let's go back to Tilray. So right now it's below the 200. Okay, it's below the 50. It's below the 21, and it is below the 8. So that is another confirmation that we should go short. We should do puts because everything is below. Okay, guys, get that? Okay, so
Yeah.
all right. So again, let me reiterate here. Once you see the trend, you confirm with yourself that this is a downtrend. Okay, even if you want to peek at the day to see, oh hell yeah, it is a downtrend. Okay, that's that. Then we go to see the broad aspect for our trade for the next day. It will be a continuation on a downtrend. And you want a slight confirmation, go ahead and add your EMAs and to see where the EMAs stand. Where does it reside within this time frame and with the candlesticks? So right now, everything is under it. So we're going to assume, remember, stocks are probabilities. It's not a definite, it's a probability. So you want to be at least 70 to 80% right. Okay. Right now we are. Right now we did set our support and resistance. Right now we've seen that it is on a downtrend. It will continue to be on a downtrend ever since May of this year. Actually, I'm sorry, ever since June of this year. Okay, it will continue to be on a downtrend, and it had its little ups, you know, this little spike up, it went down, little higher lows, went back to the lower lows. Then it had a little bit higher lows and went back down to the lower lows. So right now, this overall picture that you're looking at is a downtrend. Beautiful. So now the probability of what we're going to think is that this will continue to be on a downtrend. So we're going to next, what we're going to play now. What we're going to play?
Puts.
Exactly. Okay. And then when we're ready to enter, we're going to look at the 15-minute chart and see where we can enter. So right now at the 15-minute, again, everything is on a downtrend. Everything is on a downtrend. So what we want to do here is see where we can go ahead and enter after this little spike. So let me go ahead and bring this up a little bit more. Let's go ahead and jot it. Okay, this is much better. Can y'all see it much better now?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. So right now, before we go into,
I have a question.
Sure.
So if we knew on the EMA on the 200 line was gonna go like above it, so we could have played like a long put.
Depending
for that?
Depending on what you want to do. How long do you want to hold it for? You know, remember.
No, if we knew, I mean.
Oh, if it's above the 200? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Since what, June, right? We could have like maybe a 2 months put for that.
I would probably say
Stop.
just probably a 2-week put.
Okay.
You know, at least a 2-week, But again, we can do depending if you know the stock very well, we can do a leap. Now remember, a leap is it's 10 months or longer, 12 months or longer. So you can set a long, which was just called a leap, and set it up for a year from now. And that's what I did with SPY. Because ever since that huge uproar, and ever since that crossing from when SPY hit over the 200, let's go back to SPY again. Let's go to SPY and show you. So right here, this is when SPY was starting to get interesting. Okay, this is back in February. This was when SPY was starting to get really interesting. SPY was playing around a little bit. As you can see, SPY was fluctuating below the 200 for a while. You see that? SPY was doing some nasty stuff. Okay. Then you see that huge dip here. This is when the market, remember back in February, March, that market was just red for about 2 months. Strictly red for 2 months. Eldor, you probably was in the stocks by it. Really into stocks.
When was this?
Back in February, March.
Not option.
Not option.
Of last year?
Yeah.
No. Not in options, just stocks, not options.
Can everybody hear me?
Out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was, but I wasn't trading.
Yeah, it was
learning though.
You was learning? Okay. Well, this is when did I start? Yeah, I started my group earlier this year, but we remember when the stock for 2 months, a month and a half, it was just red. I would come online and I wouldn't know what to say because, you know, I'm telling people to buy, hold these stocks. We made money. By all means, we made money, and we continue the hold. It's like, okay, we're anticipating on this bad boy. Okay, we're going to see 100. Okay, we're going to see 200 per share. I mean, we were making money, and all of a sudden, just like that, everything
gone.
Money. I mean, you're talking about thousands of dollars. Personally, me, thousands of dollars. I mean, one day it was around 4,000 that I lost just by holding stocks, not by doing any options or anything like that. It was just stocks that we were holding because we were buying a lot for real cheap. This is when NEO was coming in. We bought NEO, LCID. Yeah, LCID. LCID was another name before they merged with the SPAC. That messed up. What was LCID first name? It was Lucid, right? Their stock name, Glenda?
I think it was Lucid. I think was CVIS was? No.
It was something.
Because I had Lucid. I had it before it merged to Lucid.
Yeah, so that messed up because of the merger, because they lied to us. So a lot of things happened where our money just dwindled down. Okay, so of course, as you can see right here, it is under the 200. Okay, but when SPY started coming up, I took a more interesting look at SPY because it was continuing that uptrend without going under for weeks. So that was the main thing I was looking at. Excuse me.
It was CCIV.
CCIV, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we bought CCIV for what? I remember we was buying it for like $6. I mean, it was just, it was fun times. And then all of a sudden, but anyway, you know, so I began to take a look at SPY more interestingly after it remained over the 200 line. Then what I did is I learned more about it and how the direction. Of course, the first thing you got to know about any stock, you have to really study it, research it, and know what's going on. Okay, and for SPY, you know, for SPY, the big major companies are under the S&P 500, the Googles, the Apples, the Teslas, and so forth. So you know, you will know for a fact, especially Apple and Google and Amazon and what else? There was a, what I'm saying, I can tell you right here.
QQQ?
Let me tell you right
Okay.
here. There's the Apple, the Microsoft, the Amazon. These three right here will make or break SPY. There's Tesla, of course, that's in it also, and there's Google that's in it. But these top three right here will make or break SPY. These three. So I learned for a fact that once these three move up, SPY is going to move up. So everyone else had some good runs after that debacle.
Oh,
so I continue to look at SPY and see what SPY was going on. Then after a while, I entered SPY, and this is when I entered SPY back in, I think after the last dip right here, back in October. I did a leap. I started to do leaps on SPY because I just wanted to set and forget. I didn't want to worry about anything. I didn't want to worry about the next week or the following week or what's going on, any type of news. Oh my gosh, should I cash out? Should I do this? So I just go ahead and did a leap. I looked at my theta, see my theta was really obsolete. I could probably lose like a penny or two per day, depending if it goes down and so forth. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and do a leap on SPY once it got over the 200 EMA. Okay, so EMA, anything that's above this is always long term. Okay, and that was for Jessica, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let's go back to here. I want to cut it short. I want to keep you guys. So again, we're looking at the downtrend. Now we're going to look at the 15-minute time frame to find a sweet entry. And how we're going to do that? We're going to wait. It looks like it's going to spike up. So from here, it looks like it's going to spike up just a tad bit, probably until it might go up just a tad bit. So right now, Tilray is at what, $11.12 or so forth at the moment. If it hits like 11.50 or 11.30, okay, actually no, we're looking to bounce off of this. So we're looking at to bounce off of right here.
Is that resist? Oh, no, it's okay.
Okay. So once it does the bounce off, the next thing it's going to do is what? Continue down. Okay, so this is what we want for Tilray, or for you, Glenda, Tilray to happen. If you want to go into it, if you want to do puts. But I don't want you to do short puts, regular naked puts. We're definitely going to do the debit spread put. That'll save you from theta, and that'll save you from theta eating your money up.
Okay.
Okay, so
I have a question before you move on. Like if you go back to the 4 hour when you charted it on the 4 hour, and you remember how you said it was a falling wedge? So if I'm looking at my patterns as far as a falling wedge, I know we're saying it's going to go down because it's on a downtrend, but I thought if it's a falling wedge, it would go up.
It would definitely go up. But again, we have to follow the trend that's going on, and we have to follow what the EMA is telling us. It will go up. Now listen, it will go up, but not for long. It will go up for next probably half a day tomorrow, or even towards closing, and go back down. But again, you always have to look at the overall market trend for this stock. Overall. Now, if it does go up tomorrow, or if it does go up and it remains like this, then you can say, you know what, I won't go into the play. And you right now, we will not go into any plays until confirmation. Okay, we will not, I won't tell you anything right now until some type of confirmation. Okay, I'm going to follow this strict rule right here and get you guys into the position where I need to get you guys in. Simple as that. So I will not tell you guys, hey, let's go here, and just like, and of course, that's what I did with Plug. I messed up on plug too, because I didn't follow this particular rule. So that plug is my fault. It will go up, and we're gonna check out plug right after this. But plug, I did not do this, and it messed us up. It messed me up, and it's messed us up. So it's entirely my fault. So the good thing with plug, number one, we did the debit spread, the card debit spread. So we still have time to make up for it without theta eating up our money. So that's a good thing. Now, if it was a long call, I would tell you guys to exit right now or before market close. Okay, and I did get a text. I did get a text from someone who was scared. So I was like, no, don't worry, don't worry. Someone was at 30% down. I was like, no, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. So that's the good thing. So with the debit spreads, I don't worry unless a big news happened and it went down to over 50%. Then I would tell you guys to cut it short and save some type of money. Okay, so if we can get 70 to 80% of our money back, it's a loss, but yet it's still a win-win situation where we got most of our money back. And that's how the credit spread is designed. Just in case you're in a losing position, you can still salvage more than enough. Okay, so let's go back to this. Any other questions before I continue? Okay, so yeah, back to Eldora. Yes, it will go up because the falling wedge, that would be a signal, of course, for the stock to go up. But again, you have to see the signs that's in front of you. It's under the 200, it's under the 50, it's under the 21, and it's still under the 8. All right, so even if it was the falling wedge and it was above at least the 50 and the 21, yes, that's a good chance where we would play long and continue to play long until tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow before closing. But right now, what I'm showing is at closing, this stock is under all of them, and it will continue to be, it will have a spurt ups like it did back here. It will have its little spikes up, but then of course that overall sign, that overall image that you're looking at is a downtrend. So it will go up probably tomorrow until probably 2 or something like that, and then it will continue to go back down. Now that will be our sign on the 15-minute. Let's go back to the 15-minute. That will be our sign to go in the play. Okay, so it has to do 2 things for us to get in this play on a 15-minute. It will go up. It has to bounce off our resistance, or even if it goes a little bit higher. But I don't want to see 2 full candlesticks above our resistance. Guys are following me so far? Let me get into, guys can see it better?
Yeah.
Okay. So for Tilray, this is for you, Glenda. For Tilray, what I would do, I would look at this tomorrow to see if it bounced off our resistance. And even if it has 2 candlesticks up, that's fine. Our main goal is what we want to see this trend to continue downward. Okay, so even if it hits this and go down, that's fine. Even if it goes up just a tad bit and goes down, that's what we want. We want to see a downward continuation. And the first, or the, actually, I would wait for the 2nd or 3rd full candlestick to go enter this play as a put. What's this? Oh, okay. Glenda. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so you got it here? So I want you, this is what I want you to focus on tomorrow.
Okay, hold on. Do a screenshot. Okay.
All right. This is what I want you to focus on tomorrow. I definitely want you to see, number one, it is on a possible uptrend slightly because it is in a 15-minute time frame. So remember, 15 minutes, it's always going to go up or down. You're going to see that sporadic spike up, that sporadic downward, that sporadic uptrend, sporadic downtrend. That's not a problem. But our entry will definitely be on a, once it goes back on a downtrend. That will be our entry.
Okay, I got it.
All right. Price is not a factor. I don't want you to say, okay, well, once it reach $11.21, that's when we enter. No, I want to see 2 full red candlestick to be on a downward momentum. Okay, and that's when we you know, you're going to go in and say, hey, all right, I'm going to do this particular play, and I'll show you I'll show you, I'll text you or give you a FaceTime you and show you how to do the put spread, which is the opposite of the call spread. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's look at another stock. Eldora, give me one.
AMD.
I hate that. You know, sometimes you have a love-hate relationship with someone, and that's how stocks are. You have a hate-love relationship. Like Ford, I was very into Ford. I mean, I would just call Ford plays daily, and then all of a sudden, with the semiconductor shortage that happened earlier this year, Ford just been on a rampage. And then they had some type of news going on where I think, what happened? The CEO quit, or they got a new CEO. That messed us up. And there was a lot of stupid things that happened internally with Ford that I hate them right now. All right.
Yeah, I have a 2023 on Ford.
All right. So we're in AMD right now. Before anything, let me do this. Let me take this out because I want you to actually see what's going on. And I'm going to call out, actually, what is this? Oh yeah, I was in some plays with wow. I still have these up back in August. So you see how long I was in AMD back in August. So no, this was, yeah, right here back in August. So what I had anticipated, this is me right here. What I had anticipated on AMD to do is, of course, it was on a high uptrend. I was anticipating to go down, which had happened here. And then I was anticipating to go up a little bit more, but it didn't. It stopped right here, or it went down, but then it continued on an uptrend. So I missed that. Once I missed that right here, I was like, you know, forget it. I don't even want to bother with it, because AMD was like, you know, had her period going on, and she didn't know what to do. But we made money here. I made some money here when it was on that downtrend, and I was anticipating on going up. It did. It tried, and I wanted to break this plane here, but it didn't. It continued on a downtrend, and it broke the resistance here, and I was like, forget about it. All right, enough about that. Let me take this out. All right, here we go. AMD. First thing I want to do is go ahead and look at the day to see what's going on with AMD. Let's see. What is AMD is telling me? All right, I can see it right now. Go ahead, Eldora. Just from what you're seeing right here, what can you tell me a little bit?
It looks like it's sideways, but maybe headed on a downtrend, but it's just a lot of sideway motion right now.
Okay, good. Now, how would you set your support and resistance? It can be 2 ways, but the main way I would like you to see. Or give me your knowledge from right now, what you're seeing. What can you do?
From the diagonal, the highest green going down.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold up. Let me set that up for you. So right here, you said?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, what else?
And then I guess I would go from the red one, like kind of below there.
Right here or here?
To over.
This one?
To where over, keep going to the right, like right in there. Okay. And then draw it down. Okay. Is that too short? No, keep going. Okay. So that's how I would draw the support and resistance. Excellent, excellent. This is what you call, again, a bull flag or bear flag. It's not really bearish or bullish at the moment. This is what you call a flag. I can set another, because remember, you know how a flag is, a pole and then the flag. So this is the pole. It had a nice uptrend for a couple of days. This is back in July. And then it went down and it's continuing on a sideways motion. That's just on the day. This is relatively, that's all you're going to see on the day. So this is perfect. All right. Right now, AMD, it is sitting sideways just a tad, but sideways going towards just down about 20–30%. Okay. From the previous high. That's fine. Now what you want to do, let's take these out. Stop it. All right, I'm going to take these away and I'm going for you to do it one more time. Now you've seen the overall structure for AMD. Now we're going to go to the 4-hour time frame and tell me what you see. Let me blow it up a little bit more for you. Okay, tell me what you see here. I mean, to me, it's still just kind of sideways. Correct. Correct. You're absolutely right. It is continuing on a sideways motion, and I wouldn't even bother trading right now or entering a trade because of this. Right now, the lowest was at, I would say, what, $99? And the highest recently was at 108. So you're looking at a $10 difference. Okay, this is a 4-hour time frame. So $10 within 4 or 5 days, let's say equivalent to $2 a day on a big stock like AMD, it won't move that much. You see, and we can look at the volume on a 4-hour chart. 347,000, 200, wow. Then you're looking at 570, which is not bad, then 800. So it's not doing the volume that it's supposed to. So I wouldn't really touch this. And of course, you can look at certain news. Let's see what type of news that's coming in for AMD. Insider sell. Wow. People are selling off. And why is that? 24,000 shares has been sold. He made some money off of it. But again, why are you selling off your shares, insider shares? So you probably want to dig a little bit deeper before you go into a trade with AMD, because it is heading sideways. And you're not really too sure, because from, like I said, from $99 to 108, 109, $10 difference is not really seeing the volume that AMD is supposed to see. Now, AMD is a 10 million or 15 million a day volume hitter. Like you can see here, look at it, 69 million, 31 million, 27 million. And all of a sudden, you know, it's doing these little 32 millions and so forth. Why is that? Because there's a lot of sell-off. So when you go to the 4-hour, I wouldn't touch this yet. But what I would do, again, like you just did, we would set up another support and resistance here. We would do, oh no, it wasn't here, right? It was here that you said it? Yes. Okay. Oh. Was it here? Or this one here? Shit, I forgot.
Don't worry. Let's do this.
I think it was the closer.
The closer one
It was
here?
short.
Okay, let's not do that one. Let's do this. Let's do it just to be on the safe side. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna tie it in as close as we can. All right, so that's a nice little bull flag going on because it engulfs everything. So now, as you can see, you see that wide stance that it has right now, and you see that every day is dwindling down, narrowing down to this here. So what this is telling me, this has an opportunity to pop. When? We don't know. That's when you definitely have to go back in and look at some other news, or look at AMD, just type in AMD and see what's going on. You can even go on Twitter and just type in AMD, and they have other options, other traders that will talk about AMD. And this is what I like about Twitter too. For some stocks, it would take at least an hour or two to get the vital information that you need. With Twitter, you type in the ticker, and a lot of people are talking about AMD, and some people have some good information that probably would have taken you an hour to find, while you just look at Twitter, look at AMD. Within seconds, you can see what's going on with AMD. Okay, so definitely use Twitter to your advantage with stocks, because there's a lot of people out there that's talking about the same thing that you want to find out about a stock. So right now, tomorrow, or even tonight, I would definitely go on Twitter and see what's going on. But right now, this is going on sideways. It is narrowing down. Even if I set this, let me see, even if I move this back up here, it's still narrowing down to where our endpoint is. Okay, Eudora? So what I want you to do is, again, find out what's going on. And what I want, now we're still continuing on the 4-hour chart, okay, because we're not entering anything yet. Okay, so on the 4-hour chart, I would want to see some type of candlestick to break either plane, either the support or resistance. Okay, so if it is trying to go on an uptrend, then I want this to break and go up to at least actually 2 green candlesticks.
Okay.
To be on an uptrend. Okay, then we can go back and reevaluate it on a daily emphasis, on a daily chart, to see where it's going overall, then come back to the 4-hour chart to find the direction that it's going. Then we'll go to the 15-minute to find out our entry.
Okay.
Okay, so right now I wouldn't even get into trades. Like I said, you don't have to trade every day.
Right.
Okay, I want you to pick a good person. Hassan, my nephew, he has, and he's been telling me, like, he has a what is it, CGC? Hassan.
Yep. Yeah, CGC.
CGC. And what he's been doing, he's been only trading CGC. Okay, he's been finding out exactly how CGC operate. He doesn't care what's been going on in the room. Yes, he will get some vital information, but he focuses on one particular stock and have been making money both ways.
Okay.
Okay, so that's another tip that I can share with you. And that's why I want you guys to just get the 5 best stocks that you guys have. 5, Eudora, not 10. Get the 5 top best stocks, and these stocks must have volume.
Okay.
It must have volume. That's another thing. You must have volume, because at 1% uptick, you can make $100 or more.
Okay.
Okay, because of that volume, that spike. Once everything spike up, depending what type of play you're in, okay, if it's a call or a put, once it spike up in your direction, that's more money that's getting, that's in your pocket, and you can easily, and with more volume, you can easily exit a trade. Now, sometimes when you try to exit a trade and you can't, because the volume is not there at that particular moment. And that's when all these, unknown stocks that sometimes we trade, which is good, but sometimes when you try to get out of it, there's not a lot of buyers or sellers out there to take on your stocks. So you want to be very vigilant with these 5 stocks that I want you guys to focus on. It must have volume.
Okay.
All right. So like the Apples and the you know, the Nikes and the Walmarts and so forth, the SPYs. You know, SPY did today. What SPY did today? Oh, Hassan back. Like SPY, it did, you know, 128 million. Okay. QQQ today it did 76 million. Apple, how much Apple did today? Apple did today 80 million. What was the next one? AMD. AMD today did, let's go AMD. Not too bad, 41 million, but it should have been up there. I don't know why, what's going on with AMD. It's real low. It's under 40 million per. That's what they're averaging right now, and I don't like that. So yeah, that's what you definitely have to wait. I don't want you to go into a play right now. You definitely have to wait until you get that confirmation. Okay, so let's stick with AMD. I want to show you one more thing before we go. So once we go back to the 4-hour, you will have your EMA up. EMA up, and you see exactly what's going on right now. At the moment, AMD is under the 200. So it might be on a downtrend. It might. I would wait a couple days before we go into Yeah, I would wait until we see a nice spike up. Now you see on the 4-hour, it's close. It's close to over the 200. So now the next 2 candlesticks can bring it up over the 200, and then boom, that's your automatic sign to say, hey, it's going to be on an uptrend, you know, until next week or so. So you can start playing it.
Okay.
But right here, since it's going sideways, I wouldn't touch it until I see some type of confirmation.
Got it.
At least. All righty. What else?
Okay.
What else? Danny, anybody else has questions before I end this?
No, you're recording though, right? Because I got to catch the beginning. I was a little bit late.
Absolutely. Yeah. I am recording it. So I will have it up tonight for you here. And you can go back over, because this you definitely need to go back in the beginning. It's very important what you're doing right now. Now, do you have your candlesticks to the Heikin Ashi? Oh, you wasn't here yesterday, huh?
No, I wasn't.
You need to watch the first video. Yeah, you need to watch the first video to get, because we're not trading with the regular candlesticks anymore. Because you see how funky it is? This is the regular candlestick. And you see how all the jitters, all the noise that's happening right now, and this here can scare a trader thinking, oh my gosh, should I exit here? What's going on? Should I go in here or should I exit here? Okay, with the Heikin Ashi candlestick, it eliminates the noise so you can have a smooth transition and a knowledge of where this particular stock is going, because the Heikin Ashi is a trend-setting candlestick.
Okay. And that video is in the chat too?
Yeah. It's also, I'm going to link you to the YouTube. I'll post the YouTube video on there. But the Heikin Ashi is a trend-setting candlestick. It will tell you which direction the stock is going, so you can get a better visualization on what you want to play, versus the regular candlesticks. You don't know what the hell is going on. Right here, you wouldn't be like, oh, fuck. Without setting any type of support and resistance, any new trader would be fucked up right now. That's how I traded. Actually, no. I told you guys how I traded, right, before?
Oh.
How I started trading was on Robinhood back in 2018. And it's the only thing that I was trading with. Just the lines, you know, the Robin Hood lines. That's the only thing that I was trading with. Only thing.
Now, how successful were you? What was that like?
Well, I wasn't doing options. I was just buying stocks and holding. I was just buying stocks and making profits until I learned more about candlesticks, until I learned more about certain things. But one thing you definitely have to do is study the particular stocks that you want to play. So for you, Danny, I definitely want you to pick your best 5 stocks and research the crap out of them.
Okay.
Find out what makes them tick. Find out the type of volume that they have on a day-to-day basis. Find out when are their earnings, if they have any dividends coming up and so forth. Find out what's going on with that, or even if they have any type of splits, whatever the case may be. Find out about the CEO. What type of food is this food is eating.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you can get a better grasp on each stock. Because after, you know, yes, I tell you guys to pick your 5 stocks, but once you get knowledgeable on how to trade, I wouldn't even say trade options, but how to trade in general, even buying and holding for profit, then this here will be nothing to you guys. You can go, and these are the only stocks that I trade if I buy stocks or even options with. Primarily 90% of the time. The other 10%, of course, is the CEIs and the you know, these meme stocks that we throw in and so forth, because we know it's going to rise. But for long-term purposes, you know, the long-term companies, you know, the AT&Ts right here, the Citigroup, the Cisco's, the Bank of America, that I know that's not going anywhere. You know, the you know, S&P 500, the QQQs. This is what Visa, MasterCard, Apple, all the big names I know that had volume at any given day. I don't have to worry about, is Apple is going to do 20 million today? Or depending on if Reddit say something, it might do 25 million and stuff like that. So with these stocks, you don't have to worry about it, because you know for a fact that they're going to have volume on any given day. So you know for a fact how the stock will move on any given day. So for instance, let's go back to SPY. And SPY is our breadwinner. So before this debacle, I knew how SPY would move. You see this here? This was automatic for me. This here, you see that chart? I knew for a fact when SPY was going to go down, when SPY was going to go up, when SPY was going to go down. So I was making money. And in the beginning, when you guys came in, that's all I was talking about. Hey, get SPY, get SPY. And we're making tons of money off of SPY. And then this here. So this here is a correction. This here is a correction. Reason being, it is a correction because SPY has been doing good for the past year. This was the last major hiccup that would happen to SPY back in September of last year. And this was a huge one. I'm not even gonna go into that one. I didn't get into SPY until after this, but this I learned for a fact, this is what set SPY up to be great. And I see for a fact it might happen again soon. Okay, history and with stocks, history does repeat itself. And right now, what we're in, let me give you a test. Right now, what we're in.
What do you mean?
What month we're in?
What month?
Mm-hmm.
October.
Okay. The last debacle was back in when?
September.
No, look at it. Yeah, well, yeah, September, October. Okay, it really started.
Of last year, yeah.
Right, it really started in September. It was trying to pick up. Then October went down a little bit further, and it went to pick up. Now we're in October, and look what's happening. So it is repeating itself. So I'm not really worried about that. A lot of people are, but I know for a fact once this hiccup is gone, like right here, then we know for a fact SPY is going to be in an uptrend for another 10, 12 months. So I
On
know
the volume of the stocks that we picked, what are we looking at for the volume? Average.
Everything average above 10 mil and up, at least.
10 million?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Per day. Because you would get your order filled quicker. Because there's a lot
10 million?
At least 10 million up. Mm-hmm. The minimum is 10 million and up.
Okay, I don't see what, like SPY, what did it trade today?
For the day, SPY did, where's my thing? Where's my volume? Did I take it out? Hold on. For the day, SPY, oh, I'm in the 4 hour, I'm sorry.
Okay, I was in the 4 hour too.
Yeah.
That's why.
SPY did around 90 million.
Gotcha. Okay, I was on the 4 hour chart and I was like, hey, hold up.
Yeah, SPY, even on a red day, SPY would do 140 mil, 430 mil.
Okay.
Let's say Apple, what Apple do daily? Apple do 80 mil, 98 million, 94 million. So these are easy to fill. Visa, what Visa do? 5 mil, 10 mil, 7 mil, 6 mil. So it's okay. It does get filled because Visa is popular. Let's see. PayPal, 6 mil, 7 mil, it's okay. Nike, what Nike's volume? 10 mil, 8 mil, 10 mil, 7 mil. So it's averages about 9, 10 million. So you want those type of volumes so it can get filled quicker versus it's saying, oh, your order's being placed and it's in queue because nobody want to touch it yet. You see?
Got it.
All right. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end it now. I will have this video up soon. For the people that missed yesterday's topic, I will go ahead and post it again so you guys can watch. So actually, before you even watch tonight's video, Danny and Haas, please watch the yesterday's video so you can get a better grasp on the Heikin Ashi, because that's the most important thing that we're doing right now is the Heikin Ashi. We're changing everything. Everything.
So basically, the only thing changed is that the 15-minute is our entry instead of the 5-minute.
Correct. Because now it's smoother. You don't have to worry about just looking with a fine-tooth comb. You know, you can smooth. It's smoother now, so you can sit back and look from a longer time frame, so you can see it. Where the 5 minutes, you really have to dig in the stock and see where the entry is. Okay. That's the difference, and that's what I like about it. And that was my mistake for today. So I had fought with that. I didn't do that. I was looking at something else, and I messed up on the trade that I called. But from now on, we're going to do this and see the necessary profits that we need to see. Okay, but again, we have to have confirmation. At least, guys, before you get in the trade, from now on, at least 3 confirmation. It can be, let's go to the Heikin Ashi. It can be from, actually your first, let's go back again. Your first confirmation, you look at the day. Your first before that, you look at the direction of the stock. Okay. Oh, Nike is nasty. See, what the hell is, oh, I see what Nike's doing. Nike's going to be on an uptrend soon. Nike is forming a cup and handle soon. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is called, if it has another one like this and it dips a little bit and goes up, it would be a cup and handle. This would be a cup and handle, just like that. That would be the handle. This would be the cup. So if it goes up and slightly dip and goes back up, that would be a nice uptrend for next week. So Nike is forming a nice cup and handle. But anyway, let's go back to what I was talking about. Let's go to Tilray. Let's go to Tilray again. Okay, so I would look at the 4 hour to see the overall trend. Okay, right now.
Oh, not the 1 day?
Well, the 1 day, yeah, that's like a peek into it, of course. You know, saying, okay, all right, it's in a downtrend, but I want to see a nice firm downtrend where you're ready to trade in the 4 hour. Okay, so before anything, you want to set up some type of support and resistance. Okay, that will be your first confirmation. First confirmation is okay, it's going to continue on the downtrend. I will expect, because from what you're seeing here, I will expect a nice run up probably by tomorrow, and what's tomorrow, Wednesday? Tomorrow and Thursday, or even till Friday, and then next week a nice downward motion. So I would not go into a trade as of yet. That is your first confirmation. The first one here, it has to hit the resistance and go back down. Okay, guys, got it? So that's number 2. And your last one is you go ahead and set your EMA up, or just put the EMA and see overall where the EMA is. As you can see, the stock itself, the whole body, everything else for the past couple of weeks has been under the 200, has been under the 50, has been under the 21, and has been under the 8 EMA that I have here. Okay, so even for you guys, I just want you to concentrate on the, if you want this, fine, you can find it on TradingView. Actually, set it up just like this. The EMAs, 8 to 21, plus the SMA, 50 to 200. I want you guys to have these on there. I have another set of EMAs, but it's primarily the same thing. You see, look at my other EMA. Everybody can see it? It follows the same thing. You see that? So basically, that EMA is it's basically identical to the other one. So I don't use all of them. Hey baby, I'm gonna call you back. Still on the call. All righty. All right, baby. Bye. Okay, so I just use one EMA. So have this up, these 3. I'm sorry, this one here. So the last confirmation, of course, is everything is under all EMAs. So now you know for a fact that this will be on a downtrend in the next couple of days. So the only thing that you want to do is set up an entry. You go to your 15-minute chart, and you find exactly right here, once it bounces off, or even if it goes a little higher, let's say it doesn't go any higher, if it bounces off the resistance and the next 2 red candlesticks, that will be your confirmation to enter a put. Okay, so the 2 that we're going to use is the 4-hour for trend. Of course, you're always going to use the day. I don't care what we trade. The day would basically tell you everything you need to know. But just a slight, the direction where you want it to be, the 4-hour time frame will show you the exact direction. Then you use all your necessary support and resistance. You use your EMAs to see, okay, you're correct about that. Then lastly, you use your 15-minute time frame to enter whatever directions you want. So let's say you want this to be on an uptrend. You would eliminate this, and for anyone who wants to go into this, I would set a this is when I would set a price. I would say, you know what? If this goes above $11.50, and it's green, and it's continued to be green at $11.50, that would be my long call confirmation. Okay, because it broke the plane. That's number 1. And number 2, it's above everything entirely. See, right now it's trying to be above everything. Okay, but it's not. The only thing that it's above really entirely 100% is the 50 EMA, as you can see right here. But as you can see with the 21 and the 8, it's not there yet. So I wouldn't even say that this would be on an uptrend, because none, not a full candlestick or 2 candlesticks are above these 2. You see how they're playing around in between the 8 and 21 EMAs? So I wouldn't even consider this as a long call yet. because you want confirmation. Confirmation is everything. Timing, basically, that's what it is. Timing is everything. Okay, and Hassan definitely got a good grasp on it. And with the Heikin Ashi, I know definitely Hassan's going to do better with his trade.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that in terms of like this Heikin Ashi, if it was like in terms of me getting in there. But I'll watch the video from yesterday, and then I'll hit you up with some questions.
Okay, fair enough, nephew. All right, so yeah, Danny, I'm gonna and Haas, I'm gonna go ahead and post it up, and then so you can look at it. So even for the rest of the week, if you don't want to trade and just test these particular methodologies, please do. I don't want you guys just to watch one video and just go into a play. You really have to understand and grasp what I am talking about. Even if I'm not fully understandable with this, please get on YouTube. There's countless.
No, I've been doing really good.
You know what I'm saying? There's countless of videos about this, about the Heikin Ashi candlesticks. There's countless of videos about the time frame, the 15-minute time frame and the 4-hour time frame in conjunction with each other. There are videos about the EMAs and how to trade the Heikin Ashi with the EMA. And that's actually, you know what? There's a video that I posted. I'm going to repost it, where you can use the Heikin Ashi and the EMAs for better entries. And the better entry is, of course, once everything is above a certain level and it crosses, that's an entry. So right now, I wouldn't even go into anything until I have some type of confirmation, either downward confirmation where 2 or 3 red candlesticks is below everything, or an upward confirmation where 2 or 3 green candlesticks are above the 50, are above the 8 and 21 EMAs. All right. So I'll go ahead and get that to you guys right now within the next 30 minutes or so. And that's it. That's it for today. We're gonna rock and roll.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, yeah, definitely appreciate you,
You got it. You got it.
Thank you.
All right, have a good night, team.
You guys
All
have a good
right.
night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.